Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, I am gonna be doing a full face of ColourPop, or almost a full face. And I've got some new stuff that they've come out with recently that I wanna test out. I have some old favorites. I have some things that I don't like from the brand that I wanna tell you about, maybe some things to avoid. And this is all just my own opinion, of course. If you like something that I dislike, that's totally okay with me. ColourPop has so many products. There's something for everybody. I'm gonna link all of the products down below in the description box. And if you enjoy this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you aren't already. Okay, so I've already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I do own the ColourPop Party Proof Eye Primer. It's not my favorite. It's not the worst primer in the world, but it's definitely not one that I love. I'm really stuck on this Urban Decay anti-aging version, specifically, is the one that I use, that I've used for years. So we're gonna move on through that. And then for my eyeshadow, of course, ColourPop is known for their affordable eyeshadows. I think their eyeshadows are really, really good. Not just for the price, just in general. And I did pick up the Smokin Hot palette whenever this came out, like a few weeks ago, a month ago, and I have yet to use it, so I definitely want to use this. And then they sent me a PR package. They actually asked me to pick out some things from their website with stipulations. And this was the thing that I picked out, the Bare Necessities palette, just because I've heard so many people rave about this palette, and it is a palette that I would definitely get a lot of use out of. Full of neutrals. And then I didn't show you the inside of the Smokin Hot. Let me show you that. And this is more like warm neutrals. Very, very like oranges, reds, stuff like that. So both of these, right up my alley. Let me know your thoughts as I'm going through everything today. Like, what are some of your favorite and least favorite products from ColourPop? I would love to know. All right, so I'm gonna go into the Smokin Hot palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Paprika right there and just use this as a transition shade in the crease. That is yummy. I love a warm, like orangey brown crease. It gets me going, it really does. I'm gonna go into the shade Heat Wave right here, and I'm just gonna place that lower in the crease and in the outer corner. Now I know ColourPop obviously has brushes. I can't say that I've tried too many of ColourPop's brushes. I feel like I did have some years ago when they first launched brushes, whenever that was, forever ago. But I've never really picked up any more brushes from their site. So do you like ColourPop's brushes? And if you do, what are some of your favorite brushes? I would love to know. And next I'm gonna go into the shade Chai Latte, this dark brown, and just place this in the outer corner. These shimmers look so beautiful. Ooh, I don't know. I kind of want to go for the shade Sizzle, which is like a reddish orange. I think that's what I'll do. I did put the NYX Glitter Primer all over my lid already. Ooh, that is really fun. Love it. I will say at least the ones that I just used were great quality, and I feel like they're pretty lightly pressed in the pan, the mattes and the metallic I used, which means they're really like easy to pick up with the brush, with my finger. So I like that personally. And that also means it could potentially get messy, but I usually do my eye makeup first so I can wipe away any fallout. But so far so good with this. I will be right back. I'm just gonna put on some foundation off camera. I don't have a ColourPop foundation. I've used 2 of their 3 foundations that they offer, and I don't like either of them. And the third one is not gonna be for me. I've tried their like matte full coverage foundation that they first came out with, and it's a little too like full coverage heavy for me. And then I've also tried their pretty fresh hydrating foundation. I didn't like that. I also felt that it looked a little heavy on my skin. And I've not tried their tinted moisturizer, but I have very oily skin. I don't really think it's gonna play well with me. So I'm gonna go off camera and put on some foundation. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went off camera. I put on some foundation, some color corrector under my eyes, some liquid liner, and some mascara, none of which are ColourPop. I have tried their liquid liner, like their BFF liquid liners. I did get one in a mystery box and it was blue, and I didn't really like it because it was a felt tip liner. It's just not my preference. I find it hard to use felt tip liners. If you like felt tip liners, I think they're a good option, especially if you want like a colorful eyeliner that you're going to use every once in a while and you don't want to spend a lot of money. I think it is a good option. And then also their mascara, I've tried their lengthening mascara and I didn't like it. I just felt it was too goopy for me. And I already told you about the foundations. They don't have a color corrector, under eye color corrector currently. So yeah, everything else that's on my face, I will also put in the description box in case you're wondering. So also from PR, they sent me this concealer. They gave me an option of picking this one or the Pretty Fresh concealer. And this one is more matte, which I prefer. Now I did get the shade medium 20 because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what shade to get and I'm a little scared it's gonna be too dark, but we're gonna risk it. This is the No Filter Concealer. I have used this, again, years ago when it first launched, whenever that was, 2017, 2018 maybe? It's been a long time. Oh, I think that's gonna be a really good match. So this is medium. I never wear a medium concealer, so they run light. Just be aware of that. So let's blend this out. Less is definitely more. It definitely has a thicker consistency to it. So it definitely looks kind of heavy under my eyes. Of course, I am gonna set it. Now, the only powder that I've ever tried from ColourPop is their No Filter setting powder, like the loose powder. Again, I bought this when it launched in 2017. So I have honestly hardly any left. I just have the translucent one. I really like this. It's definitely a very mattifying powder. So if you're looking for like a barely there powder, probably not the one for you. But for the sake of this concealer, because I am curious how this is gonna work out, I wanna set this with a powder that I know and love, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in Fair Light. So I'm just going to set my under eyes and my T-zone with the Maybelline. I don't like this concealer already. Like, it looks really creasy, like instantly creasy and heavy, and makes my eyes look 1,000 years older than I am. Well, I'm stuck with it for the day. Oh, I meant to in the beginning of the video, but of course I forgot. I wanted to put on the roller gloss from ColourPop. I really like these. I also really like the lip oils from ColourPop. And I like this roller gloss as a lip oil. Like, it feels very oily to me. I enjoy putting this on while I'm doing my makeup just to like hydrate my lips. And this one is from the Powerpuff Girls collection. It came in like a set of 3 in a mystery box. This one's like the blue raspberry. It smells so good. So good. Highly recommend these. But they're definitely more like an oil than they are a gloss. Okay, so a new product from ColourPop that I'm super excited to test out are their bronze sticks. So excited. I was very, very thrilled when they said they were launching bronzer sticks. I love it. I love it. So I got 2 shades because I wasn't sure which one I would want. So I got Laguna Beach, which is the lightest, I believe. And when I swatched this out, it definitely is more of like a neutral tone, which I do love. And then I also got La Jolla Cove, which is definitely more warm. So I'm not sure. I feel like I'm gonna like Laguna Beach and love the name. Who else watched Laguna Beach back in the day? Was one of my favorite shows. Had all seasons on DVD. So that's fun. But I'm gonna try out first Laguna Beach. I never, ever, ever draw right onto my cheeks because I don't feel like I can control the product when I do that. So I like to actually draw it onto the brush. This is the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator, but I do really enjoy this for cream cheek products. I'm just gonna go right onto the brush and I'm gonna bounce it out on my hand. Doesn't seem like it's super pigmented, so that's good. I did not set the perimeter of my face. I only set my T-zone. So let's see how this looks. That's really pretty. So they are claiming that these are super creamy bronzer stick that delivers a natural looking matte finish. And I would agree with that. It was very easy to apply, especially how I did it. And it gives like a natural finish. It doesn't look dry, but it definitely doesn't look like super shiny or anything like that. And I do like this color a lot. So I think if you're like my skin tone or slightly lighter than me, this Laguna Beach is good. Let me just put a little bit of La Jolla Cove on just for funsies. I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off. Yeah, this is significantly darker in my opinion. Let's see. I'm going really light. That's really pretty too. I literally put just the tiniest little bit and I think it looks really pretty. It doesn't look orange, but it's definitely more of that warmer bronzy look. So I would say if you are like my skin tone or maybe a little deeper, this would be really nice on you. But so far so good. I will continue testing these. I will put them in a speed reviews in the future to let you know my full thoughts once I get a little more experience with them. And I am gonna set it with one of the ColourPop powder bronzers. I have 3 shades because originally I bought Avila Beach and Summerland Beach because these were the 2 like lightest shades that were sold at Target, and Avila Beach is way too light for me. Summerland Beach is way too deep for me. So ColourPop sent me Coconut Beach, which is in between. I picked this out and I've been using this a lot and it is the perfect tone of bronzer for me personally. It is a neutral bronze that is so easy to blend. It's a matte bronzer, but it doesn't look dry or chalky. So I am just gonna set the cream bronzer with Coconut Beach. Moving on to blush, I have only ever tried 2 of their formulas. I haven't tried their stick blushes. I haven't tried their liquid blushes, but I have tried several of their powder blushes and Super Shock blush. I love this particular Super Shock blush. It is a beautiful color. It is too cool for school. I don't think it's available anymore, but it is this like warm orangey brown. Oh, it's so beautiful. And it's a matte Super Chalk cheek and it just glides on the skin so beautifully, blends in so beautifully. I like to apply this with my fingers, but for the sake of today, I'm gonna use the pressed powder blush in Shortbread. I think the pressed powder blushes are good. They're not my favorite powder blushes ever, but they're a good matte powder blush formula. They're not life-changing, but they're good, you know? I do really like this color, this like corally orange. So let's try it. They do require quite a lot of building up. That's kind of one downside to them. And then for highlighter, I have a couple of different formulas that I've personally tried. The Super Shock Cheek highlighters, love. I really love this one, which is no longer available, of course. This is the On the Cusp from the Zodiac collection that Kathleen Lights did. I probably should declutter this, but it's still really creamy. I still really enjoy it. It is like a rose gold. So beautiful. And then this one came out, I think last summer with one of their like seashell collections. Flip Flop is the shade. It is a little light and icy for me, but it is really, really pretty. And then I have one of their pressed powder highlighters. This is in the shade Minted. I'm not crazy about this shade either. It is a little yellow, but we're going with this one. We're gonna go with this one because it's the only one that's still available. So let me pop this on my cheekbones. Another product that I picked out from ColourPop for them to send me in PR is their brow pencil. This was another product that I used to use years and years and years ago, and I was curious to pick it up again. So this is just called their brow pencil. I have mine in the shade Ash Brown. So I'm just gonna throw some brows on and then I will come back and let you know my experience. Okay, so just as I remember, this is a very creamy brow pencil. Very creamy. A little creamier than I prefer. It's a little hard to control, and it was so creamy that it almost like crumbled and broke down if I pressed too hard. But in the end, the brows came out great. I mean, I have pretty full brows. I'm blessed with that. So pretty much most brow pencils are gonna work for me. I don't need super precision, but if you need a lot of precision and control, I don't know how much you would love this. I think the NYX one is better for that, but I like the color. It worked out. I mean, the pro to it being so creamy is it took way less time for me to fill the brows in because there is so much pigment to it. So, okay, fine. Okay, moving on to lip products. Their lip liners are some of my favorite lip liners, especially the shade BFF. It's my BFF. This is like my lips, but better when I want to just define my lips, slightly overline my lips with it still looking like my lips. This is the one I go to. So I'm gonna line my lips with BFF. And then I picked up 2 of their new lip products, the Ultra Blotted Lip and the Ultra Glossy Lip. I've never tried their Ultra Blotted Lip, not even back in the day when they first had it. I have tried their Ultra Glossy Lip, but it's been a really long time. So let's try them out. So I've got Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Zuma, which looks like a rosy color. I don't know. When I swatched it, it definitely was what I was expecting. Not super opaque, a little bit more of a velvety texture. So let's try it. I definitely would have preferred to put on a slightly deeper lip liner with this, but it's very pretty. The color is really, really beautiful. It does feel very, very lightweight on the lips. It feels pretty much exactly what I pictured it was going to feel like. So I'm gonna leave this on my lips. We're gonna finish up the eyes and let this kind of dry down for a few minutes and see what happens. All right, let's go back to the Smokin Hot palette. Let's do the lower lash line. I wanna play with a couple other colors. So let's go in with the darkest shade in the palette called Hot Chocolate down here in the bottom corner. And I'm just gonna push this up against the lower lash line. And I am gonna spray it just so it adheres to my lower lash line. I can't say that I've ever tried ColourPop setting spray. If you have, let me know your experience. Oh, that's perfect. That perfectly matches my liquid liner. I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Unfazed and just blend that out. I'm gonna go into the shade Death Valley, which is a sequin shade, and I'm gonna put this in the inner corner. I'm gonna try it without spraying it first and see what it looks like. I may have to spray it, we'll see. Actually, don't think I need to spray it. Another one of my ultimate favorite products from ColourPop are their cream gel liners. These 2 are my most used by far. I am like a dark waterline liner type of gal. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like not the cool thing to do, but I like how it looks on me. Charmer, which is like a deep purple, is one of my favorites. And Sunnyvale, which is a warm brown, another one of my favorites. I am gonna put this in my waterline Sunnyvale today. Okay, so this liquid lipstick has been on my lips for a little bit now. It's pretty much exactly what I thought, velvety. I don't feel like it's completely dried down. Let's see. There's a tiny little bit of transfer, but not much. And I think it looks really pretty. It almost looks like a stain, right? Like, doesn't look like I have anything on my lips, like on my lips. It's very pretty, I like it. I'm gonna continue testing it though. And of course I will let you know my thoughts in the future after using it for a while, because I wonder if it's gonna end up drying out my lips or what the situation is with that. But let's go in with the gloss. I got the gloss in It Girl. This is a pearlized finish, so it has a little bit of pearl to it. It looks the most like the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow, and that's why I got it. So let's give it a shot. Has like a slight fruity taste. I don't really smell it, but I taste it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. I love a pearlized gloss in like a warm nude color like this. It goes with almost everything that I personally like to wear, so beautiful. Feels very comfortable. Doesn't feel, it feels way less sticky than the ones they used to have are, because those were quite sticky, but feels very good. Okay, so this is the final look. Oh, I think it came out so beautiful. I was gonna put on lashes, but I decided not to. I think it looks good without lashes today. Let me just give you my thoughts on like the new stuff that I tried. I really like these bronzer sticks so far. They applied very easily. Like I already said, they don't look overly shiny on my skin, which I don't really prefer. and that's all I can ask for. They were easy to use. I like both the colors really, and they are easy to control the pigment, which is another plus for me, especially if you do it the way I did, putting it on the brush and then taking the brush onto the face. No issues there at all. The lip gloss is beautiful. It's beautiful. The blotted lip, you'll have to stay tuned. I think it looked good initially, but with things like this, I feel like I need to wear them for a long time to see how they feel, because that is a deal breaker for me. If I'm gonna wear this for 30 minutes and my lips feel like the Sahara Desert, I don't wanna wear it. You know what I'm saying? The eyeshadow palette, beautiful, beautiful. I love this look. I will say the mattes were very easy to use. The good ColourPop matte quality that I expect. The shimmer that I used, Sizzle, definitely is more of a standard metallic. It's not ultra sparkly. There's no glitter particles in it. It's just a smooth, pretty standard metallic. But what I have been liking with these mega palettes lately, I mean, I have the Aurora Struck palette, and I think they put a few different formulas of the shimmers in these palettes. Like, I can just tell by touching some of them, they have a little more grit to it, so there is that little glitter particle in there. So I will have to keep using this and keep you informed about how I feel about those. But oh, and the concealer, that was another new thing I used today. You know, again, it's already kind of starting to crease on me, I can tell, and it does look pretty darn heavy under my eyes. So I don't really feel like this is going to be a favorite for me. I can tell right off the bat, but I will continue wearing it for the rest of the day, and we'll see how it holds up. I will keep you posted. So that's it for this full face of ColourPop. I want to hear your thoughts now down below in the comments. What are some products you absolutely love from the brand? What are some of your least favorite products? I mean, every brand can't get every single product right, and everybody has different preferences, right? So not every product is going to work for everybody, but everything I used today, I'm happy with. I love how the look came out. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, because I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.